Push and pull factors. Note sheet. Essential question: what causes people to immigrate? Step 1, definitions. Directions: find the definitions for immigration push factors and pull factors either in the slides or from your teacher during Google Meet. Immigration, push factors, pull factors. Step 2, identify push and pull factors. Directions: read each immigrant story below. Highlight any push factors you see in red or pink and any pull factors you see in blue. Harid Ma, Somali, June 3rd, 2004. When I was in Somalia after 1991, there was no government. I grew up in a system where there is no government. There is no government. There is no police. Everything is in chaos. Also, now in America, someone who was my age maybe had access to the outside world, but I did not have. There was no television then. Maybe the radio, people listened, but I wasn't paying attention to the radio. I thought the whole system was that way. The militiamen running in the streets killing, You don't know what will happen. You just have to stay there. Sometimes there are clashes between two groups. They're using these big gangs. It's very hard. Many Somalis come to Minnesota from other states because maybe there were jobs here available for the Somalis. But, available that they could get better jobs in Minnesota than in California or maybe in Georgia where they first came. There were more opportunities that they could get from here in Minnesota, so I think that's why I think they came here. Yang, Mung, December 1st, 1999. The reason my mother wanted to move was because we had heard that after the Vietnamese took over, they were going to kill all the boys. I was the only girl, and I have 4 brothers, so my mother decided that we must move out. My father had heard from others that America is the land of opportunity, so he thought that if he took us to this country, then we would have the chance to get more education than if we stayed in Thailand. So both of my parents decided to bring us to this country. They thought that by coming to this country, maybe their children would have more chances to learn than if they stayed in Thailand. He also thought that maybe there would be houses to live in, more jobs to do, and maybe there would be more freedom, so we can live freely without any worry. Jose H. Trejo, Latino Mexican, April 11th, 2010. At the time we left for the United States, there was a lot of unrest in Mexico. The government went against labor unions in favor of foreign companies. In the middle of the afternoon, the Mexican army moved in and took over the town. The government declared martial law. We lost our civil liberties. Then the government declared that the town was in a state of insurrection. We were called communists. At the time, I didn't know what a communist was. We kept hearing about this land of milk and honey in the northern reaches of the country. People kept talking about it. Oh yes, you've got to go to Minnesota. Minnesota is the place to go. This is what we were told at the time. Well, there's a lot of jobs up there in Minnesota, and you can get good work. You can work all summer. There are Mexicans up there, so why don't you go up north? That's what they were saying. Go north. Robert Zan, Karen, November 5th, 2011. At that time, Burmese and Karen were fighting, and they committed violence. Burmese killed Karen, and Karen killed Burmese, and Burmese burned Karen villages, and Karen burned Burmese villages. We had to escape. I became a refugee. Then I decided to go to this country, America. Why? Because we need a Karen young generation. We need educated young Karen. Education. Because in Burma, all our schools were burned down. Churches, schools, and villages were burned down. So everybody fled to the border and then stayed in refugee camps. My plan, why I came to the U.S., the number 1 reason, is education for our young generation. Number 2 is to raise awareness about our Karen problems in Burma. 3 is to support our Karen in Katuli. This is my plan, my strategy. Shanti Shah, Asian Indian, October 29th, 2004. I fell in love with someone, and actually, I was in Canada before coming to the United States. My husband at that time got a job offer from Ellerby Architects in Bloomington, Minnesota, so we moved here. I really like Minnesota. I even left for a short time, but came back for a number of different reasons. This is a small enough place, wonderful place in terms of quality of life, ability to raise a family, values that are very similar to the values I have grown up with. The Indian community is fantastic in terms of their engagement in the local community, small enough but large enough in a way. 2 layers also. They not only serve the Indian community, but also the community at large. Finished? Way to go, Rockstar. Don't forget to Dropbox at MNS Push and Pull Factors.